way from Bristol, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey!
Yeah. It's Robert Grubb. Yeah! Ah! Right. When I was leaving school, I was voted least likely to get married, least likely to have children, and most likely to get caught wanking on the back of a bus. Joke's on them though, because I'm happily married, I've got kids. Obviously I'm ashamed of the whole megabus incident. Me and my kids really want a dog. We really want a dog, but we can't have it because my wife's allergic. So what we do is we play this game called I Wish, which involves going down to the park, sitting on a bench, watching other people play with their dog, and every now and then my sons will turn to me and go, "Oh, I wish that was our dog." And I'm like, "Me too, son, me too." But then occasionally my wife comes down and plays with us. She'll on the bench next to us and she'll look out the families having a great time. She'll turn to me and she'll go, "I wish you were dead." Me too, darling, me too. So I've obviously got kids, as just said. I'm always telling them to be careful, like most parents do, so I'm always saying things like, "Don't climb to the top of that tree, you'll fall off and hurt yourself," or "Oh, don't run on that sleepy service, you'll hurt yourself," or "Don't express your feelings to your mother, you'll hurt yourself." But it's really annoying when they're doing something stupid and you say to them, "Don't do that or you'll hurt yourself," and then they don't hurt themselves. You lose all credibility. It's like someone who smokes all the time and saying, "Stop doing that, you can get lung cancer," and they end up getting AIDS. You look like a fool in front of your dad. But on the flip side, it's really good when, well, I think it's good, when they're doing something stupid, you say, "Right, stop doing that." They keep on doing it, and then they end up getting kicked in the balls. I was like, "I told you not to express your feelings to your mum." My wife hates the fact that I'm still friends with my ex-girlfriend. She's so annoyed. She says she hates the fact. She's like, "Why are you still friends with her on Facebook?" And like, "Why do you still speak on the phone? And why do you have to spend time with her at Christmas?" I'm like, "Darling, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to tell the kids? Sorry, kids, you can't see your grandmother anymore." Okay, my eldest son is really clever. Like, he's so clever he's been born with a big head, but too clever for his own good. He's always got like a smart answer to stuff. So I'll say things like, "Right, it's time to tidy your room." He's like, "Well, Daddy, this is actually your house, so technically I'm a guest. So why don't you go and tidy your room?" Or I'll be like, "Right, bedtime in 5 minutes," and he'll be like, "Dad, I'm a free spirit, and your tyrannical concept of time doesn't matter to me." Or I'll be like, "Right, time to take the rubbish out to the bin." He'll be like, "Dad, isn't it just quicker to throw your personality down the toilet?" Alright, fucking really quick. So the other day he was giving me smart answers. I got so annoyed with him. And he was giving me smart answers. I was just like, "You know what? I fucked your mum." And he said, "Yeah, Dad, you may have fucked my mum, but I ruined that pussy." When I was a kid, I always had these questions I wanted to ask my parents, but never got around to it. So recently, I sort of sat them down and there's some things I wanted to clear up. So one of them was I was like, "Mum and Dad, at the 1995 New Year's party we had, who broke my bike?" And they're like, "Well, there's so many people there, it's difficult to tell, but if I had to put money on it, it was probably your Uncle Frank." And I was like, "Okay, fair enough. Okay, Dad, at your 50th wedding anniversary, who stole my vintage Arsenal top?" And they're like, "Wow, there's so many people there that night. It's difficult to know, but if I had to put money on it, it's probably your other Uncle Jim." I was like, "Fair enough." I thought I'd get to the big question. I was like, "Mum, Dad, is Dad really my dad?" And they were like, "Wow, there's so many people there that night that, I love coffee, guys, but I'm really into it. Problem is I'm like a different person before coffee and a different person after coffee. After coffee, I'm calm and collected. Before coffee, I'm like, "You know what? Donald Trump kind of has a point, I reckon building a wall probably would solve a few issues, like how to get David Hasselhoff's music career back on track." My kids know that if they want anything from me, they've got to get to me before coffee, because I'm just so open to suggestion. Like the number of times they saw me PPI is ridiculous. And my wife's the same, so she likes to get to me before coffee, and she'll make me do things I don't want to do. So she makes me sit down, look through our wedding photos, so she can passive aggressively make comments about how happy we used to be. She'd be like, oh, darling, look, that's when you get erection without the help of the Baby Shark song. Who knows? The homeless problem in Bristol is unbelievable. It's so bad. Something has to be done because it takes me ages to find my parents. So much. But when I do find them, they're always like, oh, have you got any spare change, or oh, can you buy me a meal, or why did you kick us out of our house? So I'll get rid of that one. My wife hates it when I wee in the bath. She hates it. I haven't found a better way of getting the kids out when it's my turn. So we had a real big sort of thing happen in in my wife's marriage recently. I came home from work and my wife said, I've got something really important to tell you. Really important. So she sat me down, she gazed at me, she took my hand in one of her hands and she placed her other hand on her belly. She looked at me and she said, I've got cancer. And I was like, oh no. Oh, I can't handle this, I'm not strong enough. So I packed my bags. I just jumped in the car and I just drove off. And I got about a mile down the road and I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? The thing you love most in the whole world is back at that house. You're an idiot. So I turned the car around, I drove back, I went up to the door and I knocked on and my wife answered and she's got the kids clinging to her legs. They're all crying in tears and I said, darling, I'm so sorry, but I forgot the cat. The thing I don't say about cancer is they don't always die. So, so now parent-teacher meetings are super awkward. Cheers guys, thanks very much.